SynthFest France 2025. I'm here on the booth of Embodme with Edgar. How are you?
Hi, good, thank you. Thanks for
So,
coming.
so the ERAE 2 is now shipping?
Yeah, ERAE 2 is shipping. It has been shipping since the end of 24. And we just finished the shipping of the first batch, 1,000 units. Right now we're producing the second batch, another 1,000 units. And it should be ready by the end of the month, actually.
And so what you fix now the latest bugs and so it's now solid.
Say it again?
So it's now solid. You fix the bugs and so on of the beta versions. Yeah.
Yeah, so the firmware, we already had the fourth version of it. And the first two ones were mostly bug solving. But the third one and fourth one bring lots of new cool features. And what we did is we added a new mode of sensitivity with sensitivity curve, but the new one has extra sensitivity, which is really amazing in terms of how little pressure you have to apply. Like a little caress just triggers the sound, and the dynamics is still huge. So we are really, really proud of this outcome.
And what other new features you added now to the existing feature set?
Well, so for now we added only this feature of velocity curve. Also, this feature has been kind of improved and now works great. It's the possibility to apply some arpeggiator with some kind of effects, which is really cool when you change the rate, which is typically 1/16 to 1/4. Now you can set it to pressure. So basically you can do some really interesting effect like
So it's a pressure arpeggiator.
absolutely, yeah, controlling the rate with the pressure.
Okay. And for people who doesn't know, it's a MIDI controller and MIDI and CV controller.
Yes, so it controls both, and the looper, which is one of the key feature in the product, is looping gesture, and this is really important because when you are recording a gesture and looping it, you can also send this to your modular synths. So for now, it was looping on Ableton Live, but it would also send the information to.
So it runs also standalone. So you don't need Ableton Live or a software
Yeah,
that
you can
runs.
use it with hardware synth, MPE hardware synth, like the Hydra synth, for example, and modular synth.
And but these overlays or templates you are doing with the software with Aria Editor.
Yeah, so as for the ERAE Touch, this is how you create the layout. Let's start from scratch. Let's say I want one big fader. Simple. If I want to be able to control some kind of depth to it, I can enable some graphical animation to show the pressure. And so this is how you build with building blocks. This was a 2D fader, but I can add drum pads. I have keyboards. You can make the length of the keyboard you want. You can narrow the keys, change the colors. You can add up to, I think, 40 faders. So you can really make like a mixer, for example. That would be one kind of application of those sliders. So yeah, you're totally free to create whatever you have in mind. And this is why the ERAE is interesting. It's both very sensitive and configurable.
And all this you can all then transmit also over CV. All this.
Yes, so all the keyboards and elements you see in the tune section where you have to set up all the expressivity parameters, you scroll down, see control change, this is for your synth. But if you go to control voltage, you enable it, And here you say, okay, I want 1 volt per octave, gate on output 1, and then CV velocity enable, CV pressure enable, and so the output 2 and 3 and so on will send this information to your CV modulus. By the way, we have 12 stereo CV gates, so that's 24 if you're using a splitter.
So you only need a splitter for making the mono.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I think one of the highlights of the thing is the MIDI looper, which is great because you can layer the different.
Yeah, absolutely. So the looper, I'll try to make a quick demo. So let's just delete everything and start from scratch. Right now, I will be running the device clock. So that means I'm sending the clock from Ableton Live to the ERAE, but I could also be using the internal clock if I wanted.
Also with a clock for modular?
Yeah. The internal clock would be good if you want to control your modular, but you could also receive the modular clock. Can you retrieve the clock from the modular? No, but you can have MIDI in. So if you have a clock as your rack that sends with MIDI, you can get it this way. So let's try. Beginning of the loop. It was just an attempt, let's say. But yeah, the principle is you have as many layouts as you want.
So there's no limitation?
No limitation. Every layout, you can overlay one loop from it. And then you can use it kind of like a mixer where you can mute some tracks and unmute some. So. Tempo.
Okay, because you have now a presentation inside the Colosseum or the
So yeah. I'm doing a little masterclass here at SynthFest for 1 hour. So
so the ERAE 2 is shipping?
ERAE 2 is shipping. We are right now we have a 5-6 weeks wait because the new batch is under production currently.
And it's also available in this gray, or it just was a limited edition?
So that was a limited edition we did for Kickstarter, just 100 units, but we really like it, so this is why we showcase it.
The regular one is the black one? Or
yeah, the regular one is black. And this is with the fabric skin. Here it's the same, but with a silicone skin for drumming.
So the skin can be replaced, yeah?
Yeah, the skin can be replaced. So this is how you receive it. This is just like an envelope. And then it comes with a little key here. Just unscrew 4 screws, remove the lid here, and replace it. It's very simple. It takes about 5 minutes.
And how much is it?
The retail price is $7.99, excluding VAT. And there's a 10% discount until the end of the show, so until Sunday.
So it's available at the retailers also, yeah?
Yeah, retailer. So Schneiderlinen in Berlin, Juno in the UK, Universon in Paris, Detroit Modular and Perfect Circus in the States. Soon Mugojo in Canada, and a few more shops opening in the coming months.
Okay. Thank you, Edgar.
With pleasure.
And have fun of SynthFest 2025.
Thank you so much for coming,
and see you again in the next video.
see you again.
Bye.